Alrighty, we are live, and hello everybody. Hello, welcome to another live stream. It's been a while, but here we are. After a lot of cleaning and a lot of working, my lair is finally clean and spick and span, and it's a lot better. And I feel a lot better having finally cleaned it up. I used to have cases when I was younger where I would clean my room, it would stay clean for a while, and then it would fall to chaos. Like, I kid you not, every time I cleaned my room, it would feel like that one scene from Howl's Moving Castle where Sophie's trying to clean the house and it's an absolute train wreck. Reptile, hi Reptile, how are ya? Welcome to the live stream. I don't know if any of you all can notice, but stuck in the library right now. Well, what's wrong with that? Libraries are wonderful. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but since I cleaned my room and everything, I decided to get a little gussied up. I put some makeup on, I'm wearing jewelry, and I put together an outfit. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like after working hard, it feels kind of rewarding to, gussy up a little bit. And besides, none of you guys have ever really seen me with makeup on. Normally, I look like I rolled out of a laundry basket. But today, this is what I look like, all gussied up. I apologize if it's cringe, but yeah. So yeah, speaking of Reptile, since you're here, I'm also currently working on Savannah's boy, but I'm also working on yours. I have an ASMR in the work that I think you're going to like. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, you're fine too. Oh my gosh, Reptile, hush. But yeah, just kind of been working my rear up, and whoa, hey, oh, you want that off? Okay, yeah. Oh, so yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, but where I've been recently is, one of my cats had to go into the vet, specifically Maria. For those of you who don't know, I have 3 cats. We have Maria, we have Brillo, and then we got October. October is the youngest. I know, I'm trying to get it off. Ooh, what kind of monster girl? Let's just say it's a monster girl you've been bothering me about for quite a while. So, yeah, she recovered, but, so for context, we have the 3 cats, and out of the 3, I know I'm trying to get it off. It's stuck on good. So for context, for those who don't know, I have 3 cats. We have Brillo, Maria, and October. October is the youngest. And out of the 3 cats, Brillo is the only cat who goes outside. So, one day, I woke up at 2:03 in the morning after getting a little too warm under the blankets. And I'm looking at my cell phone and I hear yowling. Yowling outside like cats fighting. I hear the yowling and then it goes quiet. I don't really think much of it. I go back to bed, my alarm goes off, and then I start getting ready for work, as I always do. And I wake up, and Maria's on my feet. She's on my feet, I'm like, oh, hi, there you are, because it's normal for her to be on my feet, among other things. Yet, when she moved to the quilt that's on my bed, the upper quilt that I have, when she moved onto the quilt on this part of my bed right here where I'm pointing, I look and I see that her tail, which is normally really long and fluffy, is bleeding profusely, because what had happened was part of her tail, at least a good 5 or 6 inches, had been scraped away, like fur, meat. She got into a tussle with another cat. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. All I know is that I look and I see her tail is bleeding and that the fur and the skin is gone, and there's just like a thin strip of what I'm assuming is muscle and bone, and I literally did a double take when I saw it and it was bleeding. And here's the thing, Maria never goes outside. I mean, yeah, she and October play wrestle and fight, but nothing serious, nothing that would result in like, serious wounds. So, which just freaked me out. It freaked my mom out when I pointed out to her. I tried doctoring it up myself, and my music turned off because, of course, it did. Why wouldn't it? Let's do this one. Oh, never mind. Music's working again. Yay. But yeah, I don't know how she got into a tussle with another cat. She never goes outside. I heard the yells outside, but I didn't think that they were her. And so after some struggling to get her into the vet, my mom was able to get her in the vet, and they had to amputate Maria's tail, just the part that was severely wounded. So she still has a tail, but it's about yay big, and it's like a bobcat tail now, sort of, according to one of my friends. But yeah, October is in a cone. She is taking some pills, which she's almost done with, by the way. But yeah, she's in a cone, and she's just not loving life right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how she got that. It's like she never goes outside, and so it just still boggles me. I told one of my coworkers, and they're like, well, maybe they ran in with a cougar. I'm like, we live in a cul-de-sac. At most, the only wildlife we see are birds and like a deer. That's the only wildlife we see. And they're like, eh? And apparently there's been a black bear saying like farther up where I live. But like, again, I don't know. And they also suggested like, hey, maybe a hawk tried to run off with her. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I had to pay for the vet. That was one of the things that I was worried about. It wasn't as bad. Akira Kitsune, hi, welcome. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm just talking and explaining the situation of my cat Maria, which I'm going to try and get her pain patch off. Trying to get her pain patch off, but the medical tape is like really sticky. I feel better. Well, yay, I'm glad you're feeling good, Akira. I wish the same could be said for October. I know, I'm trying to get it off, sweetie. It's really sticky. I'm trying to get it off your ankle. I'm trying. Bear with me, okay? My goodness, Maria. But yeah, so I had to pay for that. It wasn't as big of a bill as I thought it was, which is what my parents told me that was going to be big, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit because someone very, very special will be coming down next month, and I'm trying to get ready for them, and I also want to have some money to, have a few fun outings with them. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. But yeah, so it wasn't as big of a purchase, but I was able to pay for the vet bill, and so now it's just up to Maria to recover. Which I can actually show her. She's on my bed right now if you guys want to see her. Is there going to be a part 2 with Lucy the Dillahunt and Trixie the Rakuro Kubi? I don't know. I usually don't do part 2s or sequels to my ASMRs. Usually they're just a one shot and done. And I currently have a few projects in the pipeline. I have at least one that I know that I'm getting ready to do. I still got to sketch out the character though. But maybe. I don't know. Again, I always try and just do one and done. So we'll see. I'm going to see if I can get the Band-Aid off. I know. I'm trying to get it off. The medical tape that they use to put the pain patch on Maria is really sticky. And I'm trying to get it off of her because she's been kind of licking and chewing at it. And also the doctor said, like, the pill, like the pain med that they gave her on her back leg is like, yeah, it'll make them go crazy and loopy to where they won't eat. So if she's not eating, just take it off. And she's been eating really fine. since she's wearing a cone to keep her from licking the stitches on her tail, since she's wearing a cone around her neck, what I have to do is to give her pill is I gotta get some wet food. I gotta take the pill, which is like really tiny. I gotta bury it in the wet food and put it on a spoon. And then I just sort of gently tap the spoonful into her cone, and she'll lick it up from the inside. And she's definitely been trying to get used to the cone. She's sleeping, and I'm gonna leave it alone. The pain one, and she is eating, but yeah, she's getting used to a cone. And well, another thing I kind of have to deal with is October. October is experiencing her first heat, which for those of you who don't know, an animal's heat is basically when they want to make little babies. Hope she gets better. Yeah, same here. She seems to be recovering really fine. She's just really sleepy, and also again just sort of walking around with a cone on her head. I can show you if you want. If you're just talking a head with no bod, could I play soccer with you? Well, I'm going to say no, Akira, because one, that would be kind of rude. Like, you see a talking head and you decide to kick them around like they're a soccer ball. That'd be very rude. And they'd probably try and bite off your ankles. Actually, fun fact though, I actually read about a head in a fairy tale, and the head ended up turning into a prince at the end. Or rather, he ended up getting his body back because he was cursed to just be a talking head. I read that fairy tale from the Brown Fairy book by Andrew Lang. And Andrew Lang did a collection of 12... What the fuck? Yeah, I know, Reptile, it is. Like, why would you ask that? Because I'm pretty sure even if you don't have a body and you're just a head, I'm pretty sure people would not like to be kicked around like a soccer ball, even if they are just a head. So... I'm also multitasking just a wee bit. Oh, yeah. So there's no sense in wondering where your ear holes are. But yeah. But anyway, what I was saying is Andrew Lang did a collection of fairy tales from around the world, and he wrote them all down in 12 different books, which are called the fairy books, and they're all different colors. I have a list, and I've been collecting the books, and I just literally need two more fairy books, and then I will have the entire collection. I have the list right here, and it is, and I quote, if I could just find it, I know I have it in here. Okay, this is a bunch of bookmarkers that I made. For those who don't know, whenever I buy a new book, I will make bookmarkers out of notebook paper. Have you did Avery Young wiki to learn more info of your monster girls? Have you did a Chinese Hindu deity ASMR? I'm not sure. I could do deities, but I usually focus on monsters. I might do deities later on down the line. And what do you mean by a wiki to learn info of my monster girls? What do you mean by that? That confused me. Aha, here's the list. I knew I had the list of Andrew Lang fairy books in here. I knew I had it. Told you I had it. Alright. Let's see. Oh, come on. Be my friend. I just want the music to work. Why be my friend? Come on. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. Ooh. Click. Aww. Alrighty. Behemoth girl. You're getting a monster girl that you've been pestering me about. It's just not a behemoth. It's something else. But yeah, so the list of the fairy books by Andrew Lang are in this order, and I have them all written down. There's the blue fairy book, the red fairy book, the green fairy book, the yellow fairy book, the pink fairy book, the gray fairy book, the violet fairy book, the crimson fairy book, the brown fairy book, the orange fairy book, the olive fairy book, and finally the lilac fairy book. So that's 12 books in total, and I have 10 out of the 12. I just need 2 more, and then I'll have the complete collection, which, for everyone who knows me, you know that I love my fairy tales, and I love collecting books from my library, which I've had to trim down my library a little bit to make room. And there are some other fairy tales that I'm trying to get my hands on because I've never read them before, and I want to, and also a lot of inspiration. So we can learn more about your characters and their bio. So okay, your wording is a little confusing to me, but what you're asking me is if I've ever made a wiki page for my Monster Girls. Is that what you're trying to ask me? I'm sorry if it seems like I'm dense right now. It's just I'm having a little hard time understanding you. Again, I haven't really had much sugar, which is why I have cheesecake. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I was gonna light my candle. I got a vanilla and sandalwood candle for Christmas from my aunt. It smells really good. It smells like caramel. Sweet and caramelly. And for those yes, the Avery Young wiki page. I mean, if I knew how to go about doing it and there was a wiki site that I could work on, I mean, I probably would if I could, but so far I just have all the info in my head and ooh, is it the Gulper Eel? Is it the Gulper Eel? Well, yes, I'm sketching her right now. And she's very important. So, you've been warned. Yes! Reptile having a party, throwing confetti in the air. Anyway. So yeah, you're getting your Gulper Eel. Now you can stop complaining, and once more, I must remind you that every time you've challenged me, I always end up wiping the floor with you. So, no. But yeah, Reptile, you keep challenging me, and I end up wiping the floor with you. And you end up thirsting for all the Monster Girls I've made for you. So how does Dillahan have a male friend, or is she single? For the sake of my ASMRs, I usually portray them as single. Unless, like, I portray all my Monster Girls single. So that way the listener can possibly have someone. And usually for all the characters I make, unless I specifically say otherwise in their bios, they're usually all single. Unless I decide to give them partners. Yeah, but I have to find hungry monsters. Even if you find a hard monster like the behemoth, I just have to study it and conjure up a picture, and you always end up thirsting over the Monster Girls I create for you. Let's try a lighter. Yes. There we go. My vanilla sandalwood candle is lit. And all it took was a lighter instead of matches, even though I like matches. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, another random weird thing about me is cuddling a Monster Girl deity from who considering that she given her mythos, she could be considered a monster. Trick, I guess, to find a very bizarre and whacked monster. And you don't think I can make them a hot Monster Girl, Reptile? Have you seen my powers? Do you not know what I am capable of? My goodness. Head pats to you. What am I going to do with you? But yeah, she could be considered a monster. Again, Akira, I mostly focus on Monster Girls. I might expand later on, but for now, I'm just trying to take things at my own pace because I cannot just keep pumping out ASMR videos as fast as I can. I'd like to be able to make them more often. However, with my current work schedule and balancing act, I got to balance everything out because I'm also working on Agents of Fortune, which is my story that I'm writing. And my music turned off. Okay. There we go. Not gonna lie, the sandworm was my best card at the time. Yeah, well, again, you challenge me, and I don't like to be challenged, so I always do my best to knock you out with these hot monster women. That, and also I know your weaknesses, so... Hi, baby! Hi, Super Proxy! Hi, how are ya? I just finished cleaning my room, and I am all gussied up. I got makeup on and everything. So, yeah. How are you, sweetheart? How you been? Can you tell a story of you being a Dillahan girl in the mud? Akira, sweetheart, I already gave you a Dillahan in the mud, and, Agents of Fortune is definitely gonna be a fantasy. You look nice a lot, thank you, honey. I just did the best with what I can. I was gonna wear my Merlot tinted chapstick, but I couldn't find it, so, I got some Burt's Bees in Magnolia. Hey, I've been good. I just got done cleaning my room. Yay! We're clean room buddies. It's clear you explained too much to have gained a weakness. Yeah. I've explained too much to have gained a weakness. Yeah, Reptile, I'm sorry, but I know your preferences. And because I know your preferences, I can design the monster girls accordingly. Agents of Fortune, I was late for this story. Oh, well, it's the story that I'm currently writing, and the story that I hope to get published later on. I'm currently on chapter 5, and I'm almost done with chapter 5, and I feel like I'm going to slowly be able to bring out some more of the story, and the plot can start going. Because right now, it's mostly the training of the main character and helping him acquire some of the tasks he's going to need to become an agent of fortune. And also, sorry for that. Here's my hand. I got dust on my screen. Also, I painted my nails. ASMR video idea. Dragon Body Girl protects you from crazy fans. I could do that, though. Something tells me you just want to see a dragon. Something just tells me that you want to see a dragon girl. Is that it, Proxy? Huh? Do you just want to see me do another dragon girl ASMR? Yay, more music. Yes, me like dragons! But there are other monsters out there aside from dragons. Like sirens and harpies and slimes and arachnias. And orcs. Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn this down just a little so that way it doesn't... But yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'm currently working on a mermaid girl. But dragons! I know dragons, but dragons aren't the only monster in the world. I give you variety on this channel, and variety is the spice of life. So open your mind a little. Also, Maria is sleeping on my bed. If you guys wanted to see how she's holding up, I can show you what she looks like. Because, yeah. ASMR video idea. Dillahan girl, siren or crew, be a comfort listener from a breakup. That's a very good idea. I could definitely do something with that. Perhaps a tall dragon girl? Reptile, you're getting your monster girl, and she's going to be quite tall, including the length of her tail. I might add you, not to mention she's going to have a lot of sharp teeth. So you're starting to push it, Reptile. If you push it, I will unleash hell upon you, and it will take the form of a gulper eel mergirl, and you ain't gonna like it. So stop pushing your luck, sweetheart, okay? She hungry? Wow. The Kitsunes, they're Yeti monster girls? I've drawn a Yeti monster girl. I could definitely do one for the winter time. It's definitely a possibility. Oh, someone replied. Touch. I'm also multitasking. Some of my RP buddies are online because, yes, I like to roleplay. Huh. Let's see. Well, I guess that means I could reply to that. I got my spatula ready. Oh, she's hungry, just not for actual food. Yeti Monster Girls captured the listener. Oh, but capturing is so, barbaric. Why not? Oh, I don't know. Save him from the snowstorm? Save him from a snowstorm? I can't speak. I think I said it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, I'm going to have a sip of my peppermint tea. Because, again, those who know me and you do a collab for fun. Yes, I want to do a collab. I still have the recordings for the princesses lines. I just don't have the script. The script is still in Discord. I'd have to collect all the pieces in order, but if you want to do a different collab, I could throw away those audios and we could do a different collab. I'm all ears. I'm open to ideas. Oh, come on. Play my music. Be my friend, please. There we go. It's easy. See, you think. Cute. Yay! North Star P is fully replied to. Anyway, sip of my peppermint tea. Because those who know me well, like my boyfriend, know that I drink tea rather than coffee. I don't like coffee, it's too bitter. If I have to have coffee, I always put it in like chocolate brownies or chocolate cake. Like, I personally would love to be kidnapped by a half-tribe broccoli. Any of your character OC you want me to do in Yokai University? Okay, Akira, are you asking if I want my characters to be in Yokai University? Is that what you're trying to say? Do you remember though? Like, I personally would love to be kidnapped by a tribe of orc women. Oh, you want some thick sow orc women to come and kidnap you? So you can be smothered by their buxom beauties? Is that it, reptile? You want to be a one-man harem? Plus, barbaric monster girls are badass. They are. And also, you'd most likely have to be examined by the chieftain first, and the chieftain would probably end up with a crushed pelvis. No, if I can make you as a Yokai University OC, I mean, you can try. You can try. I don't know how it would turn out because I don't know what to tell you. For OC design, that's totally up to you. If you want to do it, more power to you. And Maria, she's on her back. If you guys want to see her, I can show her to you. She's recovering, but yeah, she's gonna have a shorter tail now. Oh. Another everybody messaged me. Late start on it. Aw. It's fine. I understand. So feel free to ask me questions. This is mostly just, enjoying some time off because this is my day off. Have you done a cockatrice? Oh! I haven't done a cockatrice, but I could do a cockatrice. Again, what do you think of doing a collab of us doing Hades and Persephone? Well, I mean, if you're offering, and it's a really good idea. Oh my goodness. Proxy, sweetheart, darling, love of my life, my chaotic hamster of floof. Have you ever read the Lore Olympus webtoon? Means out of question. I don't know, it still sounds like you made a sound effect like, you're just like, look, shit, probably shouldn't have given her an idea. She'll take it as a challenge. Because again, every time you challenge me, reptile, I wipe the floor with you. I grab you by the back of your head, and I mop the floor with your face. Me and you read it together sometimes with your brother, though. We did. Oh my gosh, it is getting so... my emotions. Shit, my... It wouldn't be an Avery Young live stream without stuff going wrong now, would it? Can you pretend that you are Alejandro trying to comfort me? on this live stream. I guess. Hey, it's okay. I know you're really scared, but you're going to get through this. I believe in you. I mean, dang it for me. I can detach my head. If I can survive having my head chopped off, then you can survive this. I believe in you. How's that? Remember Apollo? Yes! Yes, I hate him. I hope he dies. Because Apollo in Lore Olympus did something terrible to Persephone, and his father Zeus isn't making matters any better. But the webtoon, it's just getting so good, and I'm just like, like I swear. Also, Cerberus is adorable. Cerberus the doggo with his random toots. Apollo? Yes, that is good. 10 out of 10. I'm glad you liked it, Akira. But yes, Apollo is the fandom's nickname for Apollo, god of the sun, medicine, etc., considering that he is a terrible individual and he did some very terrible things to Persephone. And I finished school early. Well, hooray, I'm glad you finished school early, Akira. But yes, Proxy, love of my life, if we were going to do hypothetically though, if we were going to do a Persephone and Hades style collab, what do you have in mind? Silver's girl, reptile. You're getting a gulper eel. Calm your thirst, please. Because if you keep doing this, if you keep mentioning other monster girls, I'm going to feel like you're challenging me. And if I think you're challenging me, well, you know what happens when I feel like I'm challenged. I hate losing. I hate losing with an absolute passion. And I know your weaknesses. So... But yeah, in Lore Olympus though, Cerberus is a doggo and he is a boy. He is a good doggo. Considering how many things eat worms, not a bad deal. But Gallon, hypothetical, if you're offered $6,000 but you swap bodies with a worm for 5 years, do you take the deal? So if I know there's a loophole, I hate my speakers. There we go. If I know that there's a loophole so I can get the money, I probably would. Like if I have, in order to get the $6,000 or whatever, I have to be a worm for like a certain amount of hours. I would just freaking stay underground for the few hours. Have you Nuke QB, aka Japanese Dillahung girl, but with floating head that acts like vampires? No, I haven't done one of those, Akira. I would definitely have to research them because I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Okay, try. Oh, poor. Yeah. I believe in you. Norse mythology. I replied to. And yay. See, yay. So definitely got to do some of that. What else is there? Let's see. Speaking of, I also got some sweets. Yeah, but underground moles would get you. Nope, not if I stay hidden enough. I had a mind to where Hades keeps the listener trapped and Persephone comforts the listener. That has potential, but then it also kind of feeds into the notion that Hades is villainous. He's not really villainous. He is actually the most reasonable of all his brothers in the Greek mythology. He just literally does his job and like, oh, so you're dead? Yeah, you need to fill out this paperwork. So you were a good soul? Okay, you can go into Elysium, which was designed by my wonderful wife, Persephone. You were kind of bad, kind of good. Go over here. You are a terrible soul. I think I can arrange a fitting punishment for you. Hades was very reasonable. Even for the most part, like Persephone came up with all the punishments. So Hades was basically just like, just solve this puzzle, or sure, here's your dead girlfriend. Just walk back up to the overworld, but whatever you do, don't look at her until you get back to the surface. And Hades was just very reasonable. The only time he wrecked 2 people, hidden, but moles are blind already. They just detect your vibrations. I stay still, underground. Simple. So I probably shouldn't push the middle finger. That'll. Anyway, sorry, but yeah, I hide and then I stay still, and then the moles can't detect me. So there. But yeah, the only time Hades ever really got angry and lashed out was at Theseus and his brother Pirithous, because Pirithous decided, hey, I know who I want to marry. I want to marry Persephone, the goddess of the underworld. And instead of ASMR, now I want to do a work boy ASMR. My goodness. But yeah, I'm totally down with doing Persephone and Hades ASMR with you, provided some of the right compensation, if you know what I mean. Oh, there we go. So yeah, those are my prices. Just give me a little bit of compensation on a Discord call later, and well, I do. You're so cute. But yeah, we can totally work out a Persephone and Hades ASMR, though. I feel like if he kidnaps the listener, that would just play into the stereotype that he's a villainous, and he's not really villainous. He is like reasonable. He literally named his pet hellhound Spot. There is nothing threatening about Hades to an extent, unless you try screwing with his wife. Like Theseus and Pirithous just went down to the underworld and were going to grab Persephone, and Hades is like, "Oh, you're here for Persephone, my wife Persephone." Yeah, he was slightly livid because Persephone is his wife, and he is absolutely loyal. He has no mistresses, no standby girls, no nothing. He is married to Persephone because he loves her. That's why he married her, and they're the most healthy and functional couple in Greek mythology, save for Eros and Psyche, who, yes, they had their hiccup, but they worked through it, and they're also very healthy. So yeah, which makes me realize that quite a few of the relationships in Greek mythology are kind of I saw a script of a mimic coffee table where a girl eating to intruders of the listener's home, and she has a panic attack about the listener dumping her in an antique shop. That's actually kind of interesting. However, personally, I see there being 2 categories of mimics. They're the kind that can turn into objects, and then they're the kind that are basically like shapeshifters and can change into different forms. I can see them turning into like various different monsters with like their limits. Like they're only able to turn into so many monsters. And I feel like for some mimics, like their limits would be like cupids and tieflings on the whole celestial and hellish aspect. But what if the listener is stuck and Hades and Persephone have... What if the listener is stuck and Hades and Persephone try to help them while Hades does paperwork? Persephone helps with talking to the listener. So that is actually interesting. How would they be stuck? Are they like a human who ended up in the underworld and they accidentally taste tested some of the food of the underworld, or how would that work? Or are they dead? Because that's something also to be considered. And my music is not working again. I don't like it when my music doesn't work. Nails got an itchy nose. Itchy nose. Pluck. Also, Proxy, I can hear you thinking it, and it is a lie. I am not cute. Quillen and Kieran, monster girl of Eastern Asian from Chinese and Japanese. I'll consider it. I like the object one because it's cooler than to take an everyday boring item and becomes a man-eating monster. I think it'd be pretty fun to just be a fly on the wall while they judge the humans. Judge the humans? Who do you mean, but Galleon? Are we still talking Greek mythology, or are we talking monsters here? And also Reptile. Given monster girls have gone from devouring and killing men to snooing men. Let's just say a man-eating, like normal object becoming man-eating obster takes on a completely new meaning. If you know what I'm saying. Nudge, wink, say no more, know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Anyway, like they travel into the underworld kind of like Percy Jackson, but their exit close behind them, so they need help getting back. I can picture Zeus being the one doing this. So like Zeus, for some reason, gets angry at Listener and just chucks them into the underworld. And oh no, mimic bed, says Reptile. Yeah, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. My music is still not working. Why? There we go. Music maestro, please. Here we go. Sorry. And there's the thing again.